Hey, it's Tom from Audio Ordeal, and today I am going to be showing you the Camelot system. So this is a Camelot wheel, and it is very useful for DJs wanting to mix in key and mix harmonically. So you pick any key signature from here, and it will have a group of notes that is the same for every song in that key signature. If we were to look at a key signature such as C major, it would also have a relative minor. So C major is all the white notes on the piano, and A minor is also all the white notes on the piano. The difference between them is C major starts at the C note, and A minor starts at the A note. This is quite a subtle difference, but just this simple rearrangement of the chords and this different root note causes a very interesting thing in music. So the minor chords and the minor keys sound quite sad, and the major keys sound quite happy. If we were looking at a song in C major, it would be quite a upbeat, happy song, and almost all the melodies would start and end on C. And likewise with A minor, this would be quite a sad key, also all the white notes on the piano, but the melodies would normally arrange themselves around the A note. Each slice of this pie, shall we say, is a different key signature and its relative minor. So if we look at G major, it has the exact same notes as E minor, and the difference being E minor, while it has the same notes, has a different kind of feel to it. It's sadder. So everything on this inside wheel is the minor keys, and these are all slightly sadder sounding, and everything on the outside wheel is the major keys, which are much happier. And every single slice is of course a key and its relative minor or major with the same notes. So the first thing to look at when you are mixing in key is, let's say we're at a song that is in C major. The best songs to mix with would be a song in C major or A minor. This means that all the notes are the same and none of the notes will clash. Ideally, you'd be mixing C major to C major or A minor to A minor, just for the sort of chordal and harmonic progressions, but it doesn't actually matter too much if it goes from C major to A minor. You won't notice it as a listener because it's all the same notes. Now then, the way this wheel is arranged is that every time you go round one way, so A minor to E minor or A minor to D minor, there's one note different. So D minor has only one note that's different to A minor. Considering how this slice of the pie, C major and A minor, is all the white notes, this means that this slice here and this slice here are keys which have one note different. So that would be one black note here and one black note here. So this means that only one note will be out. If we were to play A minor and D minor, there might be one note out of the whole melody which might sound a bit off. And that's alright for a DJ, because generally DJs play music that's heavy on beats and sticks with relatively easy scales and stuff. And so the listener's hardly going to notice that. It's going to be such a subtle change. And so if you're in A minor, you can really mix with 4 different sounds. You can mix with C major, E minor, D minor, and ideally another A minor. It's a really easy system because the numbers are set such that the bigger the difference between the numbers, the bigger the change. So AA is probably not going to mix harmonically that well with 2A, and even more so, I would say 1B. So try and stick within one number difference when you're mixing in key. If we go around 2 slices, so again saying we're a song in A minor, let's say we're looking at B minor, there's only going to be 2 notes different. This is slightly worse than 1 note different, but again, the listener's probably not going to hear it too much, especially in the club. Worst case scenario, if you wanted to mix harmonically, you can jump 2, so 8A to 10A or 8A to 6A, and it can, if done right, really bring up the energy. Normally, if you're going from an A to a B, you want it to be the same number. So if you want to go from 8A to 9B, it might actually be better going from 8A with an intermediate track, 8B, and then to 9B. And so you can see here, finding the shortest but easiest route to a different key. If you're going from A minor to A flat minor, which is 1A, you might want to jump from 8A to 10A to 12A to 1A. If you want to go from A minor to E flat major, you might want to go from A minor to C major, jump to B flat major, and then E flat major. It's not the end of the world if you end up mixing A minor with E flat major. The song just might not sound that harmonic. And so if you've got a really melody and vocal driven track, going from this to here, if this is also melody and vocal driven, the melodies and vocals are going to sound quite dissonant and out of key, out of tune, all that stuff. Even if they are in tune with their own respective songs, playing them together just won't sound right. Obviously, if you're playing something like techno or minimal house, you can disregard a lot of this because a lot of the time you've only got a bass line and it's a lot harder to pick out the key of bass notes because they're such low frequencies. So I recommend saving those songs for if you're trying to make a big jump. It's probably easiest to make a big jump on a very minimal track, whereas if you've got two songs which are very vocal heavy with maybe mashup potential, you really want to keep them within one or at worst case two numbers apart from each other.
Just as easy as the creation of techno music.
Wait a minute, what key are we in?
No, none of that.
There is one final thing we can look at, and that is going up 7. So let's say we've got a song A minor. If we go up 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we can go from 9A to 3A. This is B flat minor, and this is basically going up a fifth. And this can be a really, really euphoric key change, and it actually sounds quite good. And so if you're considering going for a massive shift, which is also quite harmonically driven and has a lot of drive to the energy, try going up 7 numbers. Easiest way to think of it is, let's say you're at 12A and you go up 7 semitones, you're obviously going to end up at 7A. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, and 7A. So if you're looking for a really big lift off on the dance floor and you have the right tracks for it, then this can be a really good thing to do. Harmonic mixing is not going to make you a better DJ, but it's probably going to stop you from being a bad one. If you can keep your songs mixed in key, there's a better flow, the tracks aren't as jarring, and as long as you're beat matching it right, you can make them sound quite good. And that's really all there is to it. A lot of software allows you to type in the codes, so you don't have to look at the track and go, oh, it's in A flat minor, I'd better look at my printout, let's refer to the chart. And then you have to worry about all the referring, and don't worry about memorizing it either. Just set your software so that it uses the Camelot code and it will make it a lot better. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any really good tips on harmonic mixing, the Camelot wheel, anything like that, please put them in the comments. If this video has helped you, give me a like. I will make more videos as I go, and I am on Patreon if you want to follow me or support me. And any support on Patreon really helps the channel because I can afford better gear, I can afford the website costs, and it just allows Audio Ordeal to keep running. Thank you very much, guys.